And starting this month, some Illinois gun owners may be required to register firearms they already own with the state.
Is it gonna be, if they can't determine right there, do they put it on hold, do they deny, do they, is it gonna cancel out sales?
They say that they only had some of their questions answered, and pending legal challenges could change everything.
And this gun is no different than any gun. I mean, everybody out here has, there's guns all over the place.
The ammunition market is dried up. There's virtually no ammunition available.
Are people going to get aggravated, or people are just going to go to Pennsylvania? Because it's certainly not illegal to go to another state. We're close enough to buy their ammunition.
Illinois firearm registration laws. In the wild world of Illinois firearm laws, there's this whole song and dance about registering your firearms and various gun-related products. Picture this. The state's got these rules that demand you register your firearms and even a laundry list of related stuff. But guess what? It turns out a whole bunch of folks just ain't playing that game. So here's the scoop on these Illinois laws. First off, they've got these rules in place that basically tell you, hey, if you've got a firearm or some other of these gun-related knickknacks, you better get them registered. Sounds straightforward, right? Well, it seems like a lot of Illinoisans are giving that notion of a pretty solid eye roll. Now, when I say widespread non-compliance, I'm talking about a serious case of not gonna do it from the folks in the land of Lincoln. It's like the state saying, please, pretty please register your firearms, and the people are just going, nah, we're good, thanks. I mean, think about it. You've got these laws hanging over your head telling you to dot your I's and cross your T's when it comes to registering your firearms and a bunch of other gun-related gear. But then, lo and behold, there's this massive chorus of nope echoing across the state.
To show their support for the Second Amendment. They stood along the road holding flags, signs.
And starting this month, some Illinois gun owners may be required to register firearms they already own with the state.
We had several checks today. Firearms went no problem, but we had many people that just got delayed on the ammunition check.
And there is still plenty of confusion about who needs to register and just how the new law will be enforced.
Background checks to obtain firearm permits and ammunition.
People aren't exactly lining up to comply with these rules. It's almost like a rebellion against the establishment, but with paperwork. Folks are just shrugging their shoulders and going about their business without bothering to jump through these registration hoops. They're all like, we'll take our chances, thank you very much. And the thing is, it's not just a handful of folks giving the finger to these laws. It's a real widespread thing. It's like a statewide silent protest where people are saying, we don't think so, Illinois. We don't think so, Illinois. We'll keep our guns, thank you very much, but we're not going to play your registration game. So, yeah, that's the case. Illinois wants folks to register their firearms and gun-related goodies, but the citizens are kind of collectively saying, nah, we'll pass on that one. It's a bit of a standoff, and let's just say the state's registration dreams might be hitting a bit of a roadblock. Ammo registration's purpose. Alright, let's talk about ammo registration, the behind-the-scenes game plan that might just surprise you. See? It's not just about logging in every box of bullets you buy for the fun of it. There's a method to this madness, and it's got a lot to do with indirectly keeping tabs on who's packing heat. So, here's the deal. The powers that be have this grand idea that if they can track your ammo purchases, they kinda sorta figure out who might own what firearm. Pretty sneaky, right? Imagine this scenario. You stroll into your local gun store, buy some pretty sweet ammo for your favorite piece, and bam! That information gets logged. Now, it might not say exactly what gun you've got, but it's like leaving breadcrumbs. They can connect the dots between certain ammo types and potential firearms. It's almost like a Sherlock Holmes mystery, but instead of a magnifying glass, they're using databases and purchase records. They figure, hey, if we know Joe bought a boatload of 45 ACP, chances are he's got a handgun that spits those out. So why do they bother? Well, it's part of this larger strategy. By keeping tabs on ammo sales, they're trying to indirectly map out who might have what firearms without explicitly asking, hey, what's in your gun safe?
For firearms and now ammunition. It's part of the Concealed Carry Improvement Act.
Some who attended said they're concerned that their Second Amendment rights are in jeopardy.
Is it gonna be, if they can't determine right there, do they put it on hold, do they deny, do they, is it gonna cancel out sales?
So basically, the state has used their government authority to inject themselves in the middle.
It's a bit like detective work, connecting the dots without having the full picture. They're not directly saying, tell us what guns you have, but by registering ammo purchases, they're hoping to paint a rough sketch of who might be owning what in the world of firearms. But here's the kicker. Some folks aren't thrilled about this whole scheme. They see it as a backdoor way to snoop around their Second Amendment rights. It's like saying, sure, you can't touch my guns, but you're trying to sneak a peek through the ammo I buy. So there you have it. Ammo registration isn't just about cataloging your bullet stash. It's part of a covert operation to indirectly figure out who might be holding what type of firearm. It's a game of connections and deductions, all in the name of keeping tabs without directly asking gun owners to spill the beans. Sneaky, right? Personal stand against registration. Let's get personal here. You know, here's the whole hullabaloo about registering ammo, and honestly, we're not on board with that train. Hear us out on this, because this is about more than just a bunch of bullets. See, when you start talking about registering every box of ammo that you buy, it's like waving a flag that says, hey, look at me, I'm exercising my Second Amendment right, but also here's a complete record of everything I've got. It's a bit like playing a game where the rules aren't exactly in your favor. The thing is, when you comply with these ammo registration rules, it's like giving a nod to the idea that someone should be keeping tabs on what you own. And for us, that's a big old red flag waving in the face of the Second Amendment. Our Second Amendment rights are all about keeping the government from sticking their noses too far into our gun cabinets. It's just that simple. But when you start registering every little piece that goes along with owning a firearm, it's like taking one step closer to saying, sure, have a peek, see what I've got. I mean, come on, who really wants that? It's like inviting someone to dinner and then letting them snoop around your drawers. Not cool, right? And let's not forget, the more they know about what you've got, the more they can potentially control or restrict.
Turnout for this rally showed the very large percentage of Americans they say are in favor of Second Amendment liberties.
They say that they only had some of their questions answered, and pending legal challenges could change everything.
Starting today, you're going to have to go through a background check to purchase ammo.
That gun, they're law-abiding citizens. They're not out committing a violent crime. They're not going to be held in Whiteside County Jail.
Which raised some questions about the future of ammunition sales in the state now that the new legislation is in effect.
It's like giving them a roadmap to decide what's okay and what's not in your collection. Sure, some might say, what's the big deal? It's just registering ammo, but frankly, it's a matter of principle. It's about not giving an inch when it comes to the rights that are meant to stay firmly in your hands without anyone peeking over your shoulders. Alternative ammo sourcing strategies. Alright, if you're in Illinois and you've got that itch for ammo without the registration headache, here's the lowdown on some savvy strategies. Let's dodge those registered bullets, shall we? First off, rule number 1. Don't give in to the temptation of buying registered ammo in the land of Lincoln. You've got options, pal. Consider taking a little road trip. Yep, I'm talking about those travel vibes. When you hit the road, explore new places, and oh yeah, snag some ammo without the whole registration rigmarole. When you're on the move, whether it's for a weekend getaway or a cross-country adventure, keep your eyes peeled for those hidden gems called gun stores. You know, those places that you don't ask for your life story just to buy a box of rounds.
The ammunition market is dried up. There's virtually no ammunition available.
Are people going to get aggravated, or people are just going to go to Pennsylvania? Because it's certainly not illegal to go to another state. You know, we're close enough to buy their ammunition.
And this gun is no different than any gun. I mean, everybody out here has, you know, there's guns all over the place.
I agree on background checks with the guns, okay? Ammunition, it's getting pretty invasive.
Is government overreach, and business was slower than normal today.
I'm not saying you've got to plan your entire vacation around ammo runs, but hey, if you happen to stumble upon a cool gun shop while exploring, why not check it out, right? And let's not forget the power of the internet. There's a whole world of online ammo shopping out there. Explore websites that ship to your doorstep, and guess what? No pesky registration required. Just a few clicks and boom. Your ammo's on its way without any of that Illinois paperwork hassle. But here's the kicker. While you're out and about sourcing ammo elsewhere, remember the golden rule of responsible gun ownership. Follow the rules. Different states have different rules, so it's always smart to know what's what before making those purchases. After all, you don't want to trade one registration headache for another legal migraine, right? Community engagement and advocacy. Let's talk about the Second Amendment and why it's more than just a catchy phrase on a flag. It's about our right, our freedom, and making sure they stay intact. So here's the deal. We're all in this together, and it's time to rally the troops for a good old dose of community engagement. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can I make a difference? Well, guess what? You've got the power to stand up for what you believe in. First off, join the conversation. Share your thoughts, your stories, and your insights about Second Amendment rights. Whether it's here, on social media, or within your community, your voice matters. But hey, it's not just about shouting into the void. Engage with others, start discussions, ask questions, and get those wheels turning. The more we talk, the more we learn, and knowledge is power, my friends. And let's not stop there. Advocacy isn't a one-person show. It's a team effort. Get involved in groups or organizations that champion Second Amendment rights. Whether it's attending meetings, signing petitions, or spreading awareness, every little action adds up.
The guns are not the problem, okay? We've got laws on the books to stop criminals.
And we're not going to come knocking on your door to say, hey, do you have an assault rifle in your house?
They say they just aren't as vocal as those pushing for gun control.
Remember, this isn't just about dividing lines or picking fights. It's about protecting our rights while fostering understanding and respect. So let's invite everyone to the table. Different perspectives and experiences enrich the conversation, and that's where the real magic happens. Here's an open invitation. Share your thoughts, your concerns, and your ideas under this video. Let's build a community where everyone feels heard and valued. Your insights might just spark a new way of thinking or a solution to a challenge that we're facing. So to all gun enthusiasts, advocates, and believers in our Second Amendment rights, let's band together. Your voice matters, your engagement is vital, and together, we can make sure that our rights stay strong and protected. Let's keep this conversation going, shall we? Well guys, that's going to do it for this video. See you next time, and bye for now.